But when you think about a college study abroad program, you may think of a semester or two spent in Europe. Thanks to changing political and economic conditions, today's study abroad opportunities include locales in South America, Asia, and Africa. NCTV 17's Michelle Corless reports.
There's no doubt college students felt the impact of the recent recession. When money is short, student study abroad programs have historically struggled. But the Institute of International Education says as the recession began to taper off last year, colleges saw a 55% increase in study abroad participation. North Central College senior Caroline Hirsch spent the fall term perfecting her Chinese in Beijing.
It's amazing how much you'll improve in 4 months. I couldn't have a 5-minute conversation before I left with my Chinese professor, and I could probably sit with her and chat for like an hour.
North Central College students can choose from 50 international study locations. Local study abroad program directors say the number of students traveling to developing countries is up because the cost of living in those nations is lower. But many believe the benefits of the experience are priceless.
They are finding themselves more independent and more mature and more self-reliable, and they feel like they're more savvy travelers. They respect cultural differences and cultural sensitivity.
College officials encourage study abroad as a way to prepare for a career in a world demanding global connectivity.
Having meals with people of that nation, doing business with people of that nation. It's completely different than it is here in the United States.
The world is getting smaller, and employees, even small businesses, are sending out their goods across borders.
These days, study abroad isn't just available to college students. Many high schools have added travel experiences to their language programs, and French students at Neuqua Valley can choose to participate in an exchange program.
One of our mottos is "No scole sed vitae decimus," which means in English, we learn not for school but for life. So we recognize, the big world out there, and high school is trying to capture that in some way.
I learned that French culture is very, very similar to American culture. All teenagers kind of like to do the same things. We all like to hang out with our friends and all that. Everybody's really similar, even if you don't speak the same language.
Neuqua students spent 2 weeks in France last spring, and French students came to Naperville in the fall. The Neuqua students say the experience encouraged them to consider studying abroad in college. I'm Michelle Corless for Naperville News 17.
This year, Neuqua Valley High School's Chinese language instructors will travel with students to several cities in China.